Hi, I'm Sasha Faye, the co-founder of Ovelle Coffee, and I wanted to tell you my side of the story. So Ian and I got married in 2019, and we actually traveled to Jamaica for a destination wedding, and that is where it all began. So we traveled to Jamaica for our destination wedding, and Ian and I got married on the beautiful beaches in Ocho Rios. But we're winding to when Ian and we actually stayed at my family home, and we actually stayed at my family home in Jamaica, and we had such an amazing time there with all of our family and just being able to really spend some quality time together before the wedding. And that's when Ian said to me, let's go and check out this coffee farm. And it was only 10 minutes from my family home. So I was like at first hesitant because one, I was there to get married and I wasn't really trying to do anything else. And I just wanted to be, in the mind space that I'm getting married. I'm not worrying about anything else. But because he's brought out my adventurous side, I decided to go with him and check out this coffee farm. So once we checked out the coffee farm, that's where I was just like amazed by how beautiful it looked. The pink building was amazing, and pink is my favorite color, so that was awesome. And then after that, what happened was we took a tour of this coffee farm. And on this tour, that's where we just kept walking and kept walking and kept climbing at that point and climbing. And we're going through the different areas where the coffee plants were, and we're looking at them, and the tour guide is giving us description and just talking about it. And I was just like, wow, this is really beautiful. And we get to the very top and we just see this beautiful view of coffee trees. We see banana trees. We just see this amazing view out to the ocean. And at that point, I was just like, wow, I'm so happy that I said yes and that I took this tour and that I'm experiencing this. What an experience that we get to share together. And then after that, we ended up going back down. We're then doing a tasting because the tour guide talks about Jamaica Blue Mountain coffee and the elevation and Blue Mountain Peak and the aroma and all this stuff he's talking about before we go to our tasting. And it was a great tour. We did the tasting, and when I say I have never had coffee taste so delicious before, I was just so amazed by how amazing the coffee tastes, the chocolatey notes that were just bursting out of the coffee, and it just was sweet and smooth. And I said to him, the tour guide that was kind of giving us this tasting of the coffee, I said to him, I was like, is this coffee? Like, is this coffee? And he actually said it was coffee and that it's the rarest coffee on the planet. He also talked about the alkalinity of the coffee. And so I was just like, oh my gosh, I've never heard of this before. I knew nothing about it. I have family in Jamaica, and I didn't know anything about it. So to go on the tour and to have that whole experience, to taste the coffee for the very first time, to taste how delicious and amazing it is, that's when I was just like, this is great. And my husband and I, we got married. We went to Ocho Rios, got married, and then he says to me as we're talking after the wedding, we come back to the United States and we had such a great experience. And then he says, maybe we should bring Jamaica Blue Mountain coffee to Connecticut, because he was trying to look for some himself and he couldn't find it. It was very hard. And so I was just like, oh, that's a good idea. The coffee was really good. It's alkaline. It's kind of right in the wheelhouse with what I wanted, because before that, we actually didn't have well, before that, we actually, it was very hard to find Jamaica Blue Mountain coffee, and my husband loves the coffee. I love the coffee, so it's very hard for us to find it. So he goes, let's think about, let's look into it. It's now at this point, it's 2020 during the pandemic. And he goes and says, let's try it. Let's look for different people to come in and who we can talk to and reach out to. And we went on a search after that. We checked out a few different people, we talked to a few different people, and then we landed on our producer Donald, which really just was a godsend. He is such a great guy, such a great farmer himself. Right now he's working with other farmers, but we're just so happy, and we just kind of wanted to tell you, well, I just wanted to tell you, my side of, what happened on that trip and on that journey, and what happened during our wedding. And so I kind of wanted to bring that a little bit to you guys and talk about it from my perspective. Okay. Okay. And talk about it from my perspective, because I just wanted to give you a little glimpse of how I felt about it and how it was, because we told our joint story, but I wanted to make sure that I told my side and that you guys heard it from my mouth first. So I wanted to tell her story. But thank you guys again for watching and listening and really joining the Ovelle Coffee family, the Ovelle family, and we really appreciate every video that you watch and always coming back and supporting us as well. Visit us on ovellecoffee.com, and we'll be able to kind of or visit us on ovellecoffee.com if you want all your Jamaica Blue Mountain coffee needs. And then also you can find us on Instagram at Ovelle Coffee, and then you can also find us on Facebook as well at Ovelle Coffee Co. So thank you again for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.